give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
After a wild and chaotic Season 5 Daytona 500, we saw 3 flips and 1 crash, and lap colors play a pivotal role on the outcome. It was the Daytona 500 only driver of wireless bully tube gain the race win, and that is his only win on the year unless he signs up in a special event. Tonight starts the real season though. 36 full-time drivers, 67 laps at Homestead-Miami Speedway. This is race 2 of Season 5 and is the AutoNation 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. What's up everyone, it's boy MS Racing 97 aka Nathan Stapleton, and we are here at Homestead-Miami, second Homestead race in a row, and of course, in the first 4 seasons this track was the season finale. This time is all the way up race number 2 of the year, and we are in for a treat here tonight at Homestead, and I think we are in for a great one. Plus, this is where the real season begins for these 36 drivers, and for some they did not have a good Daytona, and for some they had a great Daytona, so it's going to be interesting what ends up happening. And I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by the owner of Spy Motorsports of Caleb Rose, and Caleb, welcome to Homestead Miami.
Yeah, definitely good to be back commentating Homestead once again. I've commentated a couple times in different series, and boy, I am excited for tonight. Homestead usually always produces great racing, and yeah, coming off of a wild Daytona 500, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens tonight. Of course, last week's winner Riley Spurley too, not in the field here tonight, so effectively your points leader coming into this race, Aaron Abel. Have to see what he can do here tonight, but got 67 laps of action, I believe. We'll have 2 pit stops, and that's going to really be something to watch out for, because I've said it before, Homestead has a very aggressive pit entry and exit. So I'll have to see how these drivers potentially tackle that during the race.
Yeah, without doubt, you mentioned pit roads, and that could be a determining factor. We could see a caution entering pit road, we could have a caution exiting pit road, and we could have a caution down towards 3 and 4 and down a back stretch with them merging the wrong way. But it's going to be a wild one here at Homestead, 67 laps like Caleb said. And I have a question for you. This is obviously, we are doing the lanes, and this is going to be the first true test of these weekly lanes and how things will shake out. A lot of these drivers and teams have done the lanes so far for the majority of the forms. How do you think that will play out at the first test at Homestead?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see as these ratings really start to develop, because even early on in the season, you'll start to see those few couple drivers maybe a little bit better than everybody else. And it is still early in the season, though, so the ratings are still somewhat close together. Might see some pretty equal racing, but it will be interesting to see which teams we might see consistently up towards the front as this race and the rest of the season goes forward.
Yeah, without doubt, it's going to be very exciting of how the lanes will work out. And we're going to briefly go over the points, even though it does not really matter too much after Daytona. Riley Spurley is technically the point leader, but not in the field. So Aaron Abel is kind of the point leader in second, tied with AF Monaco for the, I guess, the point lead of obviously our teammates, with 35 points each. Andy Miller in third, and Lane Block also tied with him 33 points. Sixth is Matthew Bennett and Brad Ream with 31 points. St. Messi is in 8th, 29 points. Logan Williams is in 9th, 28 points. 8th Garcia, low driver there, and then number 7 had a pretty good 500 with a top 10 one with 27 points. And also the points are not going to matter that much, only waste 1 of, I believe, 16 in the regular season. And tonight is where the points really start to rack up and try to make it into the Season 5 chase. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get these 36 drivers rolling off for race 2 of the season here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. It will be a front row Toyota lockout between Skylar Taylor and Travis Crampton. Both drivers and Toyota as a whole had a terrible 500 besides maybe the 54. And they're on the front row. And row number 2 is Zachary Fitzwater and Matthew Burnett. Fitzwater still looking for that first official win on the channel. And then in row number 3 is, I believe, the hometown driver of Denton Lopez. I believe they said that in the Discord a couple of days ago last week. And then it's Ryan Duwani, Donnie Follington, and the number 8 of Aaron Abel. And running out the top 10 is number 23 of Matthew Hubert and the number 19 of Ronald Kennington. So, 67 laps on tap. First race of the season minus the 500. What do you think will happen, and who do you think will win here at Homestead?
Like I said, it's going to be a long race here. Going to have 2 pit stops, a lot of strategy to factor in, so probably anybody could potentially win this, especially with it being early in the season and the ratings are equaled out. But I'm going to go with the number 15 there of Zachary Fitzwater, starting in the second row up towards the front. Going to put him in a good position early on, and potentially maybe he can hold on to this front of the field.
Not a bad pet. Pit. Have to see what Fitzy can do. We are green flag racing for race number 2 of the season at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and we are racing for the AutoNation 400 at Homestead-Miami. A great jump from Zachary Fitzwater. He's going to go from 3rd to 1st, and he will lead lap number 1 and get a bonus point towards the championship early on. A couple of 4 wide instances back in the back. That's not going to be as chaotic as Daytona was, but one thing that I forgot to mention is the Homestead stripe. We might see some cars do that here at Homestead, and now Nick Lopez is up to 2nd.
Oh, and you just saw back there the number 24 of, I believe that was Kyler Sustrai, coming the first victim of the Homestead stripe here today. But Fitzwater absolutely wasted no time getting up to the front. But here comes the number 54. That is Nick Lopez. He's going for the race lead here on lap number 3. He's got another Toyota car right behind him, the 23 of Matthew Hubert. These guys are all 24. You can see Sustrai already back towards the back. Not a good start of the race for him, but now the 23, Hubert, trying to look to the inside as they come to complete lap number 3.
Tire will be a factor. It's about a second of fall off, but the tires actually maintained pretty well for the first 10 laps or so. So these guys are trying to make up as many positions as possible before the tire really takes into effect. Hubert out front now in the number 23. Toyota looking really strong. Logan Williams, who won dual race number 2, is in 2nd, and Crampton, who won dual race number 1 last week, is up to 3rd and trying to take 2nd away. And here comes Dale Campbell, the defending champion, who unfortunately blew an engine in the 500 and wants a better one here today, and he's all the way inside the top 5, and we are seeing it early on. Crazy racing, double file and 3 wide, and maybe a little bit 4 wide a time or 2. And right now it's 23-11-1-2 at Homestead.
Nice to see 23-11 running well here after a pretty terrible run last week at Daytona, where both cars, I'm pretty sure, crashed out as we got 4 wide back here towards the tail end of the top 10 as the 54 Lopez gets into the outside wall pretty hard there, and he's going to lose a ton of spots. And he's going to be stuck on that outside lane, so we might drop even further back. Yeah, nice to see some of these guys running up here that did not have the best of runs last week at Daytona. The 223-11 racing cars, Derek Campbell up here. Yeah, good to see these guys having some good runs. As the 45, Travis Crampton, trying to go for the race lead on his teammate, just couldn't get there off of turn number 4.
2 lanes at Homestead, the inside and the outside lane tend to be the way to go. The outside lane is not as good if we're side by side, but if we're out front like this, it's not too bad of a place to be. Watch out for Dale Campbell. Last time he at Homestead, he might have won the season 4 championship. This time he's trying to win here at Homestead and get a race victory. What a bounce back that would be for this 47 team, and for Chase Harris as the owner, up to 2nd almost here, and Oh boy,
Ooh.
that was a little bit tight right there.
Big slide by that 47 of Hamlin. He absolutely sent it there into turn number 1, but he's going to make it work as he gets by the 45 of Crampton. And now Crampton is going to be under fire from the number 17 of Logan Williams. He can make the outside work here, but when it's still early on, the tires are still fresh. Usually it's the inside where you want to be. As here comes the number 78, White Walker. I know he was really good in Daytona 500 qualifying.
Made into round 2, was unfortunately the slowest in round 2 qualifying, but was able to make it into the top 2 and was fast and good qualifying. How about this guy, Trey Barlow? He, I believe, got a solid finish in the 500, and he's the highest two horse car up front and all the way up to 4 of us. Oh my goodness, William Block got a little bit sideways, and now Miller's going to go to the inside. Crampton's about... Oh boy. Wow.
That got really close there as 16 almost got turned by Crampton. How about Josh Williamson? He's already found his way up into the top 10. Started, I think, below the top 30. I think in 33rd, actually. He's made his way up here. Joe Rutkowski is well on the 43. He's climbed his way up here. Hey, there's my other guy. He's Garcia. He's moving his way through the field. Nice to see. Had a good run last week at Daytona. Looking for another good run here at Homestead as well.
Yeah, great to see both spotter cars in the top 15. Great to see both car cars up front as well. Hamilton trying to chase down Matthew Hubert. These two have kind of pulled away from 3rd on bat. Logan Williams in 3rd. Ryan Walker and Andy Miller in the top 5. Josh Williamson trying to get to the inside of Trey Barlow for the 6th position. And now Tyler might be taking it into a little bit of a factor here. Yeah, just now starting to a couple of tenths last time by, and now Tyler's going to play into a factor, and that's going to be interesting of how the rest of this first green flag one shapes out, as Williams is going to make it 3 wide for, I believe, the 4th position, as, well, it has leaked over to my side. It's not a race, apparently, without missing the pass for the race lead. Normally that happens on Alex, but Hamilton to the point as Matthew Hubert up to is going to fall back to 2nd.
It's an NR series staple at this point. It's always you're going to look at something else when the leaders decide, you know what? Let's have ourselves a battle here. And the 47's going to go wide. Matthew Hubert's going to try to cross him over here. They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Hubert's barely going to get him at the line. But these two being side by side could allow some of the cars behind that are single file, like the 17 of Logan Williams, to catch up. However, Hubert's going to clear the 47 through turns 1 and 2.
How about this rookie of Matthew Hubert? He was strong in 500 qualifying. I believe he finished about 6th or 7th in 500 qualifying, not too bad. And then unfortunately got caught up in an early crash with his teammate. But fantastic speed early on, and I think he could be the fastest car here early on in the AutoNation 400, and a great one from this rookie, and I think this could be a good season for Matthew Hubert if he can keep up the speed throughout the entire season. Right now, lap 15, about halfway through the first field one, and it's Hubert, Hamill, Williams, Miller, Williamson, Edwards, both car cars inside the top 6, but Kowski in 7th, not Eli Boyd, Trey Barlow in 8th, Ace Garcia in 9th, and battle for 10th right now is William Block and the 78 of Wyatt Walker, and they're going to continue battling for this final spot. And how about Team Trackhouse? Trackhouse racing the 1, 8, and 9, I'm both moving their way up towards the top 10.
Yeah, something that we usually see here at Homestead is a lot of comers and goers as the run goes on, and as you can see, our front row, Skylar Taylor and Travis Crampton, they're about nowhere to be found here. There's Crampton. I think he's 20th. Just barely inside the top 20, and you can see Skylar Taylor a little bit ways back there. Probably around 23rd, yeah. Starting to see a lot of these guys that led really early, they're dropping towards the back and up towards front. We got pretty much about whole different names than what we've seen when the green flag dropped. Things can change pretty quickly here at Homestead.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's definitely an interesting racetrack. Not like in real life where they lip the top side, but Tyler does play into a factor. It is multi-group to a certain extent, and things are starting to calm down a little bit, but Hamill's starting to lose ground up to 23, and it's starting to be caught by Logan Williams in the number 17, and I'm telling you, Williams, he could have a breakout season. He won the All-Series and won at Daytona last season, and he wants some more, and he wants to win here at Homestead. They already won the duel, in duel number 2. Hamill's gonna block, though. Williams to the inside, not quite.
Yeah, and on the topic of comers and goers, these two, Hubert and Hamill, were checked out just a couple of laps ago, and now they've got Logan Williams and the rest of the field knocking at their bumpers, but Hamill, he's going to try to go for the race lead. Williams has got to run. Is he going to try to take it 3 wide? Not quite. He's going to slot in behind the 47 and potentially help him by. But first couple cars are starting to get bunched back up just a little bit. And this could make things interesting as we get closer to that pit cycle. We'll have to see when everybody decides to come in, what kind of groups everyone decides to go with.
And one thing I would like to mention is that this will be the first time this season that those pit crew lanes might come into a factor. If you did strategy, speed, consistency, have to see what ends up happening here tonight with the first round of pit stops of season number 5. And Logan Williams, he's chasing down Hamill. Actually, not really chasing him down, just staying with Hamill, pulling away from third now, and might have to see if Hubert might not have a long one car late in this first one, about 28 to that 30 on the fuel here, and Williams might have a shot down the front stretch. Great run off of turn number 4.
Man, you can really see it there. These tires are really starting to fall off for these guys. Say they're probably already about around the 1 second mark as Hamill misses turns 1 and 2. Here comes Logan Williams to the inside. Hamill's going to try to get that run off the outside, maybe stay clear, but Williams has help on that inside from the 23. He's going to push and clear Hamill into 3 and 4. New leader on lap 22. It's Williams, but Hubert got a good run there through 3 and 4, and now the 23's looking to take the lead back.
It will be the 17-year-old Williams leading that lap, getting an early season bonus point. And now Williams going to try to whip the second lane at Homestead, but not going to really work out for him as Hubert is going to get back to the top spot. And it looks like we have about 12 cars, a 12-car breakaway here at Homestead. And things are getting wild. Hubert to the lead, and watch out, here comes Hamill right back potentially here.
Oh boy, Hamill back up to second, already on the back bumper of the 23 of Hubert. Got a lot of battling going on. A little ways back, you've got colleague teammates battling it out for 4th. Joe Rutkowski side by side with Garcia back there, but for the race lead, here comes Hamill. Got a good run there off of turn number 2. Gonna stay on the quarter panel through 3 and 4, and they're gonna be side by side. Hamill all the way on the bottom. Matthew Hubert trying to rip the top, but looks like it's gonna be Hamill with the advantage as they come to lap number 25.
We have swapped for the race lead. A ton already. It's gone from Hubert to Hamill to Hubert to Williams to Hubert to Hamill in a very quick, short amount of time. How about Sean Edwards for Clark Racing up front? In the number 31, you got the inside of the 16, and Edwards' second year in the Cup Series would love a much better season than what he did last season. I believe he finished towards the bottom of the point standings. So Edwards would love a better season this season, and how about Joe Rutkowski started on the pole for the 500, did not get a great result finishing wise, but with a lot of speed here on the long one up to the 4th position, and Williams to the inside of Logan Williams. It's very interesting of seeing a 12-car breakaway as you see Dylan Matthews and Zachary Fitzgerald battling behind this lead 12-car Pat, and might have to see what happens here. A couple of laps away from green flag pit stops, and oh my goodness, Edwards sideways off of turn 4.
Oh, these tires are probably dead by this point. That was a big slide by the 31 of Jordan Edwards. And I got Joe Rutkowski right at his back bumper, but I think Edwards and Rupkowski. Oh, one car down pit road. That's Aaron Abel, I believe.
Might be doing the super undercut.
Have to see if anyone else comes down this time by. No, doesn't look like it.
Not sure if Abel might have hit the wall and decided to just pit a couple laps early, or what, or just try doing a massive undercut, but Abel the only one down pit road, and now I think the actual pit window is open. That's 28 to 30, and I have to see if he will pit here off of turn number 4.
Boy, Hubert's not letting that pit cycle get to him. He's still trying to get past Derek Hamill for the race lead. Doesn't look like anyone in this top 12 is going to come down this time by, and it looks like, I don't think really anybody's going to come down this time by, but it only makes you wonder, was Aaron Abel trying to do a big undercut, or was something wrong on that number 8? It'll be interesting to see and where he comes out, but oh boy, Jordan Edwards looking underneath Matthew Hubert. Joe Rupkowski driving it in, and here comes Derek Hamill. Here we go.
Here we go, a lap later than what I thought, but still in the window. Hamill, Rupkowski, Garcia, Williamson, a bunch of drivers playing on lap number 29. Gonna have to watch out, because this, the 54 getting into the outside wall. And we are clean for the first group of cars on lap number 29.
Pretty clean entrance there, but that was most of the field, so pit road's going to be very busy and very clustered. And I'd imagine if I were these guys, yeah, they're going to come in this time. They pretty much have to, as they don't want to be undercut by the rest of the field.
And there goes the 8.
There goes Aaron Abel.
Yep, all the way pitted with the undercut, massive undercut. And now we have to see how these pit stop lanes will work out. First ones of the night, Hamill is going to jump off pit road first. How about both of the spotter modes was called second and third off of pit road. Williams is going to be third, Rupkowski, the one of Owen Miles, and the Miller. Might have to see how that plays out. Up the first group, and now the second group is in. There's the poster of Skylar Taylor. They unfortunately dropped back like a lot at the start, and have to see what happens for them. And Hubert is going to be second off pit road for the second group of race cars, as Jordan Edwards actually beat off the 23. And now, where is... Oh, here we go. Here's the 7. 7 got around the 47, and it's going to be Ace Garcia as the new race leader at Homestead. I think.
There you go. Looks like it. I saw Aaron Abel going by a little bit ago. Although I think he's probably towards the tail end of the lead lap. But, yep, Ace Garcia gonna be the benefactor of that pit cycle. And he's gonna be the leader now as we come on to the second stint. There's the number 54. Nick Lopez probably had to fix all that damage that he had, and that really cost him on pit road. He's gonna go a lap down. Really unfortunate break for that number 54.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate for the Nick Lopez home racetrack, from what they said in the Discord, and tough week in the Cup Series. Obviously, have to see what they can do in the Truck Series. I'm doing a little bit of out order this time. This week I'm doing Cup and then Trucks first, so I don't know what happened in Trucks. But he is in the Truck Series race as well, so have to see what he did. But right now is Ace Garcia up top, just the defending champion in second of Hamill. Jordan Edwards is going to move the lap of Lopez up the racetrack in third. Josh Williamson is in fourth. Logan Williams is in fifth. Rupkowski in sixth. Owen Miles in seventh. Barlow in eighth. Down the lap into Matthew Hubert right there, but he lost 2 positions and might lose a third. As is something wrong on the 23 machine? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, that 23
something is wrong.
Oh, an engine failure.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Tough. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was your dominant car, or one of the dominant cars, about the whole first stint. Man, that is a very tough break there for Matthew Hubert.
And the tough start to the season for 2311 Racing continues. They look like they had a great chance of getting the win here tonight, or at least getting the top 5. But now the 23 with engine damage and 12, Crampton is nowhere to be found in the 24th position. So tough season early on continues for 2311 Racing. I'm kind of curious, where is Aaron Abel at in the number 8 machine? 33rd, so that undercut did not really work out for him. It was worth a shot, but did not work out for him. And now, gonna catch up to this number 10 of Donnie Farrington. And I think what might be the case is that some of the ones like the 54, the 10, maybe the 40 of Messi might have to fit some damage, and they are off the pace from the rest of the field. And we are easily past halfway here at Homestead now, and not a lot of cycling up in the top 4, as it's pretty recent. It's a pretty even gap between the top 4.
Yeah, that pit cycle really spread the field out, and these pit cycles are definitely what makes or break your race, and unfortunately, looks like for some of these guys, it is going to break their night, like the 54, the 10, the 48, and the 8. Some of these guys probably had extended stays on pit road for damage. Wonder if Abel might have had something wrong with the car and had an extended stay to fix whatever was wrong, but yeah, definitely a tough break for all those guys, because that might put all them out of contention for the win tonight.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate for a lot of those, like Farrington, Lopez, Messi, and especially unable. I'm starting to think that maybe something did happen and they decided to go down pit road early to fix the damage maybe from a Homestead strike. But here we go, battle for 5th between Logan Williams and Joe Kowski. Oh boy.
Looks like he is going to get underneath the 17. Looks like they're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Have to see who got the better run off of turn number 2. Still about equal down the back stretch, but the 3 and 4, Rutkowski's going to kind of slide up into the middle, take Williams' line away, and Rutkowski is up into the top 5 once again.
Great one from Legacy Motor Club so far. Of course, this 43 started on the pole for the 500. Didn't get a great one, was involved in the first crash of 2, but I think still got a solid finish based off of how many cars were involved in the huge one. So Rutkowski trying to get a much better one here tonight, and right now that would be the case in battle. When about the top 3 all
oh boy
clustered up together, all under a quarter of a second. It's Garcia, Derek Hamill, and Jordan Edwards all right up close to each other, and might have to watch out with Hamill. I have a one down the back stretch and turns towards turn 3 and 4, and we might have a battle for the race lead here.
Ooh, Hamill tried to maybe look to the inside of Garcia there, but looks like Garcia saw it coming. Went down to the inside and blocked that 47. That bought him a little bit of time right there, and now Hamill's falling into the clutch of the 31 of Jordan Edwards. Just see what the 31 does if he stays tucked in behind the 47. It looks like he's going to. Garcia running a little bit of a middle lane there as the 51 coming out of the pits. He might have had an issue.
Fuel
That's
system.
William Brock.
Yep.
Fuel system. Ouch.
And of course, we are seeing a couple of mechanical failures. This is a lot more mechanical destruction racetrack, I guess I can say, more than Daytona. Daytona is just the car destruction. This is more mechanical, especially having a long point flag 1, getting some Homestead stripes. Who knows what that can do to the engine or anything. And unfortunately, another one here with William Block in the 51. Hamill trying to run the outside lane and now gonna run a little bit lower. And this could get interesting for the top spot because we have the top 3 all clustered together. But we also have some lap traffic that are not really that much off the pace. Here we go for the race to lead.
Hamill looking at the inside of Garcia here. Garcia trying to utilize that outside lane, but Hamill got a really good run on the inside there. Down the back stretch, we'll have a little bit of drafting help from the 31, and Hamill's through to the race lead, and Edwards is actually going to try to clear for second here.
Oh,
Nick
boy.
Lopez right to the back bumper of the 31.
Lap car.
Almost looked like he was trying to boot him out of the way. Edwards, though, is going to hold on as top three is virtually in a lapped car sandwich. But Hamill is going to go to the race lead.
Dave Hamill, last time at Homestead, won the title. This time he's trying to win the race here at Homestead. The 54 is one lap down, and I think they might fit damage on that 54 because he is massively up to speed now and racing these leaders really hard. And then the 51 of William Block, he is 2 laps down. And the last car on the lead lap is Donnie Fallington in the number 10. But Hamill is all over him like a cheap suit trying to put him a lap down. Lopez is gonna... Oh no! Oh no! And that's gonna bring out the first caution of the night.
Toyota just can't catch a break, can they?
No, they cannot. They had a terrible 500 with, I believe, 4 out of the 6 cars involved into the same crash. And it started really good with, I believe, 4 or 5 of them inside the top 10. But the 23 with an engine issue and no smoke at all, just down a cylinder probably. Now Ronald Kennington goes kaboom, massively kaboom. And his night's gonna be done in that Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry.
Man, really tough break for Kennington, and this is gonna make things interesting because these guys, they're all probably gonna pit now, and I'm pretty sure they can make it to the end. So that will eliminate the second green flag pit stop. So granted, if these guys can keep it clean, it'll just be a straight green flag shot to the finish here. And oh yeah, everybody's coming in.
Everybody, this is the fuel window. It's about 28 to 30 laps on fuel, and this is with 21 to go. So this is easily going to be the last stop on the night for these guys, and have to wait and see what will happen here. Kind of a tight pit road, but have to see here who will win the race off of pit road. Hamill off already.
See a lot of congestion back through there. Cars trying to weave in and out. Ooh, got a lot of cars getting slowed up by others.
It would be Hamill, Garcia, Barlow, Clifton, Edwards, Williams, Miller, Williamson, Witkowski. How about Zidell gonna be up towards the front, Wayne, Crampton, and everybody else.
That is a lot of congestion, and that could have probably cost a couple guys some of their spots.
Well,
let's see.
Gonna be an interesting restart for sure. If anything is what we've seen here tonight so far, the racing has been fantastic. We are gonna quickly see what happened to the 19 of Ronald Kennington, and we will get back to the restart here at for the AutoNation 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway, with Hamill out front. Here we go off of turn number 4, following along with the number 19 of Ronald Kennington. I believe this is just going to be a simple engine failure, so I'm only going to watch this one time. Goes through 1 and 2. He has a little bit of damage, probably got a Homestead stripe at some point, and yep, there's kaboom. Oh boy, close for stripe right there in the 24, but that's all she wrote for that engine, for that number 19. And did a good job keeping off the racetrack, but still was on the apron, and I guess the JBL officials thought that the 19 was still close enough to the racetrack and decided to bring out a caution for it. So that's going to be the first caution of the night. For a second I thought we were going to have a caution-free race, but that's not going to be the case. Tough way for the number 19 of Ronald Kennington, and it will be the number 47 of Derek Hamill, the defending champion. Leading us back to the green with less than 20 laps to go. Here at Homestead, let's get back to the restart for the AutoNation 400. Welcome back to Homestead-Miami Speedway. We will go back green with exactly 17 laps to go here in the AutoNation 400. The lights have came on. They might have been on for a while, but sunset has set at Homestead-Miami, and it is going to get good underneath the lights now here for the AutoNation 400. It's Dale Campbell, Ace Garcia, Trey Ball, Noah Clifton, Jordan Edwards, Logan Williams, Andrew Miller, Josh Williamson, Joe Witkowski, and Justin Zidell running out the top 10. The only call out is unfortunately the number 19, kind of obvious with the engine going up in smoke, but it was a camshaft issue on the number 19, and Toyota is down to 3 cars left with a real shot with the 54 with damage, and the 23 with their own type of issues also. Oh no!
Oh, Abel!
Well, there goes another engine.
Well, I could have probably been what he was on pit road for early there. Might have had some engine issues, and it just finally went.
3 engines already this season in 2 races. Tough way for Abel, tough way for Ronald Kennington. And we will go back when 17 laps to go. Sunset at Homestead, and it will be Dale Camel leading us back to the green.
Pretty good jump there by the 47 of Derek Campbell. Yeah, opening up a little bit of a gap as they go into 1, but Ace Garcia looking to close that gap right back up. And then you got the 41 Trey Bartow, the 99 of Clifton, but here comes Garcia looking for the race lead. He's going to dive at the inside of the 47. Always misses the corner and slides up. Here comes Noah Clifton in the 99.
Trackhouse has been just outside the top 10 all race long, but with pit stops and this restart, Clifton might go for the race lead here. And here's the thing, with that pit stop real clean and a real good all race long for the final 16-17 lap shootout. No more pit stops are needed, and these guys are going to get wild for the most of it, with it being about 10 laps to the good with these tires before they start severely falling off. Clifton out front, Garcia trying to whip the outside lane. That might work out for Ace Garcia here. Still side by side. Clifton will leave that lap. Oh boy.
Garcia made that outside work there. Have to see how much longer he can hold on that outside lane. Logan Williams just got punts up the track. He's going to kind of catch himself a stripe there. Clifton's going to clear for the race lead as both the colleague cars trying to work together to get past Ace Garcia, but now they're going to go after each other.
Colleague, hello. Where did he come from? Second and third here. How about Wilkowski back inside the top 10? And how about this guy, Justin Zidell? We've not seen any front row cars all night long. And now Zidell is up front late. I see Crampton's back up front, just outside the top 10. Dylan Matthews is up front. Team Penske's up front. A bunch of new players here. Fresh tires. And give these guys a 17-lap shootout. And this is where the gloves come off. Logan Williams moves moves Williamson up the racetrack a little bit. Crazy restart. And there's Clifton, Miller, Garcia, the top 3 as... Oh boy.
Well, these guys are really antsy right now. This race is winding down, and Derek Campbell in the 47, he slid outside of the top 10 already. That's going to be a tough break for him. Have to see if maybe he can get back up here, but Miller slides up in 3 and 4. Garcia's back up to 2nd. How about Justin Zidell? Oh, boy! Almost 4 wide. They were 4 wide off of turn 4, but yeah, how about Justin Zidell? I don't think he's really been in the top 10 much all night. And now he's up to 3rd as we're closing in. I think we've got 11 laps to go this time by. And yeah, that caution just completely flipped this race on its head.
Completely
but, oh boy.
New players. Hamill is out of the picture now. Of course, Hooper, he had that engine issue, probably down a cylinder. Ace Garcia still up here, and same with Witkowski and Williams, but everybody else is new. Andrew Miller, Justin Zidell up to 2nd now, potentially, inside of Ace Garcia. No, Clifton is new. Matthews is new. How about BP Wes up inside the top 10 now? Zidell to inside of Ace Garcia for 2nd. Of course, it was the power crash at Daytona where John Andrews got the race victory, and now Justin Zidell trying to get himself a early season win and get an actual points win for Front Row Motorsports and Benny Watson.
Oh, that Front Row Motorsports 38 looks like it is coming alive here late in the going, as he's up to 2nd now. Yeah, Front Row Motorsports started off the season in the best way possible, won the Clash, Now they've got Justin Zidell looking to get their first points win on the season, as it looks like he's closing in on the 16 of Andrew Miller. Oh boy.
Less than 10 laps to go here at Homestead in the AutoNation 400. Miller is doing a good job up front. You got Zidell in second, Wachowski in third. He could have a real shot at this one. As I say that, here we go. He has a good one. Zidell wants to up the racetrack.
Whoa!
Moves him up the racetrack, and Zidell and Wachowski bound for second.
Oh, Justin Zidell slid up the track a little bit there. Rakowski tried to get to the inside. Zidell saw it coming, tried to come down low, but Rakowski said no way. And almost pretty much booted the 38 out of his way. But now here comes Rakowski. Could he potentially have anything for Andrew Miller? They're still side by side for second. Garcia diamonds the entry to the corner, and he's looking to go 3 wide for second.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. At the end of the 500, I said that from testing Homestead would be fantastic, and I think this has been a fantastic race so far. Things have been cycled all over the place. Now with 7 laps to go at Homestead, we don't know who's going to win. I think it might be one of these top 5 potentially. But who's it going to be? Zidell to the inside Wachowski. Going to try to take second away. Going to take in. Now he wants a little bit of the he wants a little bit of that race lead taste as he tries to chase down Andrew Miller with 6 laps to go. Hamill's back up front from being stuck on the inside lane up to 6th. Walker, how about Juan Garcia up front? He got involved in a crash in the 500. Bottle is back up front, and Matthews as well. And I see the other front row car of John Andrews just outside the top 10 as well. 5 laps to go at the line, and it's anybody's race here between Miller, Zidell, Wachowski, Ace Garcia, and who knows, maybe even John Andrews. And oh no, we got a caution, I think.
Oh,
and we
no.
do. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That's Owen Miles and Jordan Stout with heavy damage. I don't think this will end the race. I don't think. I know it was going to be 5 laps to go, but I believe it might be a 3 lap caution period. So we might have a green light track. Oh no, track house is destroyed.
Oh no, Noah Clifton.
He was just up front.
Yeah.
Well, if this race does not go back green, then Andrew Miller, I think, might just get his 2nd Homestead win. Of course, I believe he won here in Season 3, I believe, as the season finale. Miller trying to get his 2nd Homestead victory. But I'm not convinced that this race is over. I don't think it is. I want to say we might have a 1 or 2 lap shootout. I'm not entirely sure. But tough blow for everyone involved. Jordan Stout is destroyed among the Team Trackhouse. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the 2nd caution of the night in a wild AutoNation 400 at Homestead-Miami. Here we go down the back stretch, and you know how I was just mentioning about John Andrews just outside the top 10? Well, he might have some explaining to do for this one. Noah Clifton. At the same time, Clifton was clear, and he was just going to go to the inside, and then Andrews decided to massively dive bomb Noah Clifton and said, nope, this is my spot, buddy, and absolutely wipes out the 99 Kubota Chevrolet. And then, unfortunately, this is not where it ends for Trackhouse. Close call with Eli Bright right there in the 42. But in comes the 21 of Jordan Stout, and a barely clips the number 99. That's going to spin the 21 around, and nowhere to go for Owen Miles. And he's going to hit the wall a ton right there. Big hit for the number 1. And that's a tough way for Trackhouse, because both cars all night long were inside the top 10, top 12. And Clifton was just up front. Just up front leading on this restart. And now both cars, the 1 and 99, are junk at Homestead.
Well, it's late in the race, and this is when everyone gets all up in their seat. Nancy, it looks like John Andrews gets a bit too antsy, dives it down the inside of the 99, clips him in the left rear, spins him around, and unfortunately slides right down to the 21 of Jordan Stout, and that's going to collect the number 1 of Owen Miles. Really tough break for all three of these guys, including the two Trackhouse guys, who were running really quick all night. Noah Clifton was just running outside the top 10 when this happened. So yeah, that is a very, very unfortunate break for them.
A very unfortunate break for Team Trackhouse. We saw that at Daytona where 2311 Racing unfortunately had a bad night, or a bad race. And unfortunately Trackhouse, they were just up front with both cars in the top 10 and top 15 all night, but now both of them are junk. Miller is out front. Will we see a late race restart, or will this race end under caution and Miller get the win? Let's find out at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Well, with the magic of this bad boy, we will have a 2-lap restart here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and unfortunately Fitzwater cannot catch a break on his channel. He was all running towards he was all the way towards the back of the field, but he had a brake failure under the caution. And is he out? Is he out? He is out because of brakes.
Oh man!
Oh my goodness! Oh. Brake failure, the brakes must have torn suspension or something, and that 15 Rick Ware car is done for the night with 2 laps early. That is unfortunate for the pick and 3rd place star here tonight. 2 laps to go at the restart. It will be Miller, Seidel, Witkowski, Ace Garcia, Jordan Evans with the top 5, Hamill, Walker, Garcia, Pardo, and Williams in the top 10. 2 laps to go here in the AutoNation 400. I have no clue who's going to win. I think anyone in the top 3, top 5 has a realistic shot, but from what we see with these restarts here tonight, it's anybody's game. Here we go. Pace car down off the pit road. We saw a full finish at Daytona, but we see one here tonight. 2 laps to go. Miller, Seidel, Witkowski, the top 3 here in the AutoNation 400.
Well, both Miller and Seidel got a good jump on the restart there. The 31, Jordan Edwards, might have spun the tires a little bit. Oh boy. Oh, the 43 and the 7. They're coming with a full head of steam on these top 3. Here comes Joe Rutkowski looking to the inside of Seidel. And he's going to dive it into 3 and 4. He's going to get Seidel. He's got to run on Miller. Here we go. They're coming to the white flag.
It's been a fantastic race. What will happen here on this final lap? Will it be Miller or Witkowski? Miller once wide.
Oh,
once
Miller
way
missed the
wide.
corner.
Witkowski's going to get there off of turn 4. I'm off turn 2. Side by side. Witkowski out front. Can he hang on to the race win? Watch out for Seidel. Can Seidel do anything? Witkowski runs wide. Seidel might get there. No, he's not. Witkowski's going to steal it. He's going to only leave 1 lap, and that's going to be the most important. Joe Witkowski will win the AutoNation 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway, and I believe that's his 2nd career JBL Cup Series victory.
Wow. What a final 2 laps, and what a win for Joe Rutkowski. As you mentioned, I think he only led 1 lap all night, but he certainly led the most important one. Joe Rutkowski steals a win here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. What a race.
Oh man, Witkowski had top 5. We're not going to show that. Joe Witkowski was inside the top 5 all night long. A great restart, and steals it from Miller. What a AutoNation 400. I told you guys, this was going to be a fantastic race number 2. And that delivered. Seidel in 2nd. Witkowski gets the win for a last lap pass. Ace Garcia 3rd. Miller 4th. Edwards in 5th. Hamill bounced back to 6th. Garcia in 7th out nowhere. Walker in 8th. Barlow in 9th. And Dylan Matthews the highest Toyota in 10th out nowhere. How about Scaler? Skylar Taylor jumped back up to 11th. Didn't really see them all night long after starting on the pole. John Andrews in 12th. Crampton also bounced back up to 13th. Beal in 14th. Williamson in 15th. Hernandez, BP Wes, Eli Blight in 18th. Logan Williams, Sestry the top 20. And there's the rest of the results right there. And oh my, yep. William brought 1 lap down. Lopez 2 laps down. Fitzwater with a brake failure, unfortunately. Stout, we all know what happened. That's not really a camshaft. And then Clifton and Miles are out with that crash. And then Abel blew up under the last restart, not this one. And then Kennington blew up to bring out the first caution of the night. What a Homestead race this was here for the AutoNation 400. And for the second race in a row, we have a last lap pass, I believe, and second race in a row, we have a doozy here in Florida. And Caleb, what's the final odds after a wild AutoNation 400?
Yeah, that was definitely a wild race. Definitely a very exciting one, and boy, we've had 2 wild races in a row. Just kind of 2 different definitions of wild. But yeah. That was a very, very, very good race, and mega congratulations to Joe Rutkowski for getting that. That was about anyone's race, especially on that final restart, but he managed to clutch up and come through, and he is going to get the win.
A great win from Joe Rutkowski right there. It was anybody's race on that restart. Anybody in the top 5 could have gotten it, and it ended up being Joe Rutkowski getting the race win here at Homestead. And I think we might have gotten a sneak peek of who could be good this season, but it's only race 2 of season number 5. Next week we kick off a 3-race stretch out on the West Coast with All Club, Phoenix, and Little Springs for the first time in the Cup Series. And we are just getting started. Oh yeah, after that, we go to Atlanta for the 100th race, for the 100th points paying race for the JBL Cup Series. We are going to be on a great stretch to start the season, and it's going to be a great one at Auto Club. Thanks for Caleb for joining me up here in the booth at Homestead-Miami. It was a fun race. Congratulations to Joe Rutkowski and Chris Jericho on the race victory at Legacy Mo Club. And the points and Rookie of the Year points are coming up at the end of the video. And until next week at Auto Club 4, I believe just Auto Club 400. We will see you guys next week at Auto Club Speedway for race number 3. Bye!